Hello everyone, my name is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics, Disney, and we're actually going to be talking about all the things I want to do in Disney World on my next trip and in 2021. So if you do not know, I have a 2-week trip to Disney World planned in 2021 that is coming up. Fortunately, the Ontario government did just put in a stay-at-home order and issued a state of emergency for Ontario, so unfortunately I did have to cancel my trip, but I thought you guys still might like to see this video. It's just going to be so amazing. There are so many things I want to do on this trip, so I did create a little bit of a bucket list or checklist for myself of things that I want to get done while I am in the parks on this trip. So we'll just get right on into it. First one being Festival of the Arts. I wanted to go to this festival ever since Disney came out with it, but I've just never had the chance. Last year when I went in January, I missed it by literally just a couple of days, and then when I went in March, it was already over and Flower and Garden had started. So I've been to Disney World a bunch of times, but I've never gotten to see this festival, and I have a very strong feeling it will quickly become my favorite. So some of the things I want to do there, I want to try at least 3 items from the food booth. I just say 3 because first off, I am a picky eater, but also some of the foods there are really expensive, so saying I'll try 3 of them I feel like will still give me the Festival of the Arts experience. I'll probably end up trying more, but at least 3. I want to paint the mural wall. This is probably the thing I'm the most excited to do. You see everyone doing this. Disney basically makes up a giant paint by number and you get to help them paint it. They give you a little brush and some paint and you get to paint a couple little squares. I'm so excited to be able to do that. I think that's going to be so much fun. Disney runs a drawing class called Animation Academy there. I really want to do this especially because I don't believe the drawing class in Animal Kingdom is open. Animation Academy has always been one of my favorite things to do at Disney, from when you used to be able to do it at Hollywood Studios to when you can now do it at Rafiki's Planet Watch, and now you can do it at Festival of the Arts. It has always been one of my absolute favorite things to do at Disney, so I definitely want to catch it in Epcot. Disney also has some really cool photo opportunities. I do have Memory Maker included in my annual pass, so therefore I will be able to get as many PhotoPass photos as I want, which is really great for these photo ops. So obviously I would like to do at least one where I am inside a painting photo opportunity. Besides Festival of the Arts, which I will be spending a lot of time at, there are some other things I want to do in the parks too. So just generally at Epcot, I really want to see the new fountain, which debuted very recently that I haven't seen yet. And I also want to take a photo with it. I think it's like so epic. I also want to get photos of it. Honestly, the whole thing is just so majestic in itself. I love it. I am in love with the new fountain so much. I also have a goal that may not be achievable, but I would love to ride Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Now, if I can't do it on this trip, hopefully I can still do it in 2021 at some point. We'll see. But I'm kind of hoping that maybe while I'm there, they might start the soft opening, which is where they'll just like randomly open the ride for like an hour and they'll just like test people on it. Or maybe it will open while I'm there. I'm not 100% sure. From what I understand, the ride is like, it's done. Like, it is ready to go. They are ready to let people in. They're just waiting for the right time. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll do a little bit of a soft opening and I'll be able to catch it while I'm there. And then I want to ride the Epcot Skyliner route. I don't know how I haven't done this. The Skyliner is my absolute favorite mode of transportation. One of my absolute favorite things to do in Disney World. And I've only ever taken the Pop Century Art of Animation route and the Hollywood Studios route and Riviera to Caribbean Beach. I've never taken the route to Epcot, even though I've ridden the Skyliner half a dozen times already. So I definitely want to make that a priority to ride the Epcot route as well. Going to Hollywood Studios, main goal is to get a Rise of the Resistance boarding pass. I have done this before, but it is still an accomplishment, I feel like, to be able to get one. Now you can do it from your hotel room. Like, I can't even express how happy I am that Disney implemented that. So getting a Rise of Resistance boarding pass, top priority. I'm hoping I can even maybe do this multiple times, but at least once for sure. Animal Kingdom. So ever since I booked this trip, I've had this like vision in my head of immersing myself in Pandora. And what I mean by that is like entering Pandora and experiencing everything. Riding the rides, eating at Satuli, getting the drink with the boba balls in it, and just like walking around Pandora, seeing everything it has to offer. I know there's like the drums, which I won't be touching, but they're fun to look at. I don't think they have any entertainment offerings there right now, but just looking at all the plants and all the different little hidden pathways and everything, I think there's so much there to offer. Taking a photo at the moss wall, just literally immersing myself in Pandora for part of the day, I think would just be really cool and fun, and just a different way to try and experience the park. Not a lot of new stuff happens in Magic Kingdom. I definitely want to ride Splash Mountain one more time before it closes, although I am so happy about the renovation that they are going to be doing on it. At the same time, I really do enjoy riding it, so I still do want to get one more ride on it while it is open, just because, you know, last time I did not know it would be my last ride on it. And then I also want to get Galactic Hero on Space Ranger Spin. Once again, I've done this before, but you know what? It's always fun to do. I love having the little sticker. Space Ranger Spin is one of my favorite rides in Magic Kingdom, so getting to go on that and do that would be a lot of fun. Larger goals that I have, I want to ride every attraction that is open. I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. I'm going to be there for one of the least busiest times of the entire year. I think it's possible. I've done it before. I've ridden every ride in Magic Kingdom before in one day. So I would assume that this would be possible. So at the beginning of my trip, I'm going to get one map for every park, and at the end of the day, I'm just going to stroke off all the rides that I did until I have completed all 4 park maps, going on every single ride at least one time. I also want to try one new thing every day. I've been to the parks quite a few times, and I do tend to get in habits of like what I like to ride and what I like to do, so pushing myself to experience something new every day is really important to me, whether that be a new ride that just opened, trying a new food in the parks, a new activity, whatever that is. I just want to try one new thing every single day, big or small. I also want to eat one Mickey shaped food while I'm there. I feel like this won't be hard to accomplish, but to be honest, this will probably be Mickey waffles and probably end there. I like the ice cream sandwiches, but that's usually the extent of the Mickey foods I eat, so I definitely want to make sure I get one Mickey shaped food. I feel like that is just, it's important. That's like a vacation staple. And finally, for this trip, my goal is to be the first person on a ride in the morning. Rope drop is a little strange right now. Obviously, they're just like doing it whenever. There's no real set time. So being able to get to the park right when they kind of do that rope drop and be the first person on the ride, I think that would be a really cool thing to experience. So that is definitely one of my goals for this trip. Other than that, I did just kind of write down some things that I want to do at some point. Disney-wise, this could be next year, 5 years down the road, maybe like when I have a whole family, I don't know. But these are just some Disney things I want to experience. Obviously in the future I want to go to Disneyland. I've never been able to do that. I want to do a Disney cruise. Never done that either. I want to do the behind the scenes tour. I was going to do this on my trip this year, but unfortunately it's not open, so I will not be able to do that. I'd also love to do the Rhinos tour in Animal Kingdom. Once again, not open right now, but once that does open up again. I also want to complete my year of Disney, which means that I have gone to the parks every single month of the year. So, or taken a trip at some point, or been inside a Disney park at one day in every single month of the year. So throughout my past trips, the only months I have not been inside a Disney park are February, April, and November. So February should be crossed off this year, and then April and November are going to be the only 2 months thus far that I have not been inside Disney World, like in a theme park. So hopefully that will be able to be covered in the next few years as well. Also, dream places I would like to stay one day. The Boardwalk, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to stay in one of the Boardwalk view rooms. I know they're a little more expensive, but I think that would just be really cool, especially the villas. I love them so much. The Riviera is the new resort at Disney, and I want to stay there so bad. So bad. I think it'd be so cool to stay there. The rooms look so fresh. The bathrooms also, it's like all marble and just absolutely gorgeous. I would love to stay in at least a 1-bedroom there, but you know what, I'll settle for a studio as well. And then I've also always wanted to stay at Port Orleans French Quarter. There's something about that resort I just love. I stayed at Riverside. Honestly, it was not the best experience for me, but French Quarter is a smaller resort and something I really wanted to do. It was actually my top resort to stay at for my trip in February, but once again, it's not quite open yet, so I am staying somewhere else, but one day, once again, I do really want to stay in the French Quarter. And that is my Disney bucket list. I'm so excited to be able to do these things, and I'm very excited for my trip coming up and all the things I'm going to get to see and accomplish and all that kind of stuff. Comment down below and let me know some of the things that are on your Disney bucket list, because I want to hear about them. But thank you again so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, because because there are a lot of Disney videos coming, including vlogs that will be coming eventually from my trip. So stay tuned for those, but thank you again so much for watching and have a magical rest of your day.